So right now I'm at the Buchla Friends event in LA, right after NAMM actually, and it is just the coolest thing. Like, don't get me wrong, NAMM is cool. I have a good time there, but I walk the show floor looking for all the crazy, cool, wild synth stuff. And it's there, but there's not a ton of it there. But at Buchla Friends, you find all the wildest synth stuff, all the wildest synth people, and it's just a great time. So in this video, I'll show you all the coolest stuff that I saw and did. Let's go. Dude, this is one of the coolest things I've seen here. So what is this?
This is Nymira, my first instrument. It's based on the circle of fifths. There's major, minor, and diminished chords that you can play. It has a synth engine that's based on overtones, so you can individually control up to 7 different overtones. But yeah, it's designed to be a physical version of the circle of fifths, which was something I'm very passionate about.
It could be an amazing teaching tool too because of that.
That would be a really cool way to implement this, and I would hope that that's how someone could use it one day. Yeah.
This is a MIDI controller, MPE. So it's, as you see, it's a pad, but it's pressure sensitive. You can design custom layouts. A layout is a representation of notes. It can be either a keyboard, sliders, faders, buttons. It can be anything. And you can change the size, the colors, the animation, so it's very visual, very sensitive. There are 10,000 force sensors inside, so it has this very accurate XYZ resolution. 24 CV gates out, analog synth out, so you can control modulars, analog synths, and the computer all at once, and it's very expressive.
My favorite part of the event was when somebody asked me if I wanted to be part of an experiment, and then I was led into this little room where Ben Jordan made me stare at a painting of an owl for 3 minutes, and then take a survey about how it made me feel. You won't find that at NAMM.
What is this thing?
So this is the Soma Laboratory Flux. It is our newest instrument. If you're familiar with the theremin, it's played in a similar manner. You play it without touching it, and you actually play it using these magnets. And it is much easier to play than the theremin due to the fact that we have the keys laid out chromatically, and much more expressive because we make use of both the north and the south poles of the magnets as well as the transition in between. This is priced at $14.99 and available now.
Okay, so you invented Omnisphere.
I guess I did, yes.
And this is one of the sampled things in Omnisphere.
Yes, it's one of the sound sources in Omnisphere. It's called the Ruby Moon. It's called a bass kalimba, part of the marimbula family, which is part of the kalimba family, which is part of the Nymira family. So it's like there's a lot of names for these things. But this is an electric one, and we thought it would be fun to bring to Buchla Friends, because this is kind of a weird show. Yeah. There's lots of fun, weird things. And we wanted something to show the effects in Omnisphere 3 because you can now use the effects separately. We thought, well, what should we run through it to show people? We thought, well, let's just bring the Ruby Moon. It's got an amazing sound, and it's got pickups inside and tone controls. And
how do you get the idea to make one of these electric and to run it through all kinds of crazy effects?
Believe it or not, there's a guy in the marijuana fields up in Northern California, and this is back before weed was legal. Okay. So this was a guy like buried in the forests, and he made these instruments, and they're one of a kind.
I'm imagining you and the team hiking up a mountain under a full moon to find this from some guy who made it.
That's a way better story. Unfortunately, it was more like I found it on eBay and found the guy. I'm like, what is this? And then
I'll just tell the people the other story.
Okay, good. Yes.
So I just did this workshop back there that was all about blocking EMF stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And it's funny to come here right after that.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, so what is this?
So this is a device that has inductors that are sensitive to EMF, and it outputs audio control voltage in MIDI.
So unlike those products, we are actually harnessing the power of EMF and using it to create basically multi-sensory signals that you can use to control just about anything, whether it's analog or digital or audio going through pedals or whatever you need. Motors and magnets work particularly well, but you can use any ferromagnetic material. Your phone can work with it as well. But the nice thing about motors is they create a really strong signal, and we like to use variable speed motors because you can get different pitches from that.
So cool.
Thanks so much.
Congrats on making a cool thing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. A volcanic synthesizer. What does that mean?
Yeah, so a volcanic synthesizer, yeah, it's a great question. So when the original idea for the synth emerged, there were a lot of volcanic activity happening close to our home in Reykjavik in Iceland.
I feel like a lot of the parameters are very unconventional.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we wanted to create something that's unique and was driven more by our own kind of artistic taste rather than copying one brand or another. Although, of course, like great artists steal, so we are borrowing many elements from many of what we consider the greats. So we approached the sound design of Katla as essentially a huge modular patch. So it's like you can think of Katla as essentially like an interface, like a really big modular patch, and then a panel that exposes these parameters.
And lastly, just a few honorable mentions. First, the Buchla Music Easel. Watching videos of this thing is what got me into synthesis in the first place. I wanted one really, really badly back in the day, but I ended up buying a van instead. Gotta be practical sometimes, right? Next, the new Rhodes. My biggest complaint whenever I play a vintage Fender Rhodes is that the key action is usually sluggish and inconsistent. But then again, it's a vintage Fender Rhodes. The modern Rhodes feels great, and the tremolo is crazy. And then there's the Dvina by Soma Laboratories. There's actually no pickup in this thing. Instead, the electric signal comes directly from the strings, which vibrate in the magnetic field of a magnet hidden in the neck. And lastly, the unfortunately named Clank Uranograph. It's a touch capacitive desktop synthesizer that's super fun to play. I could just touch the Uranograph all day long.
Okay, I hope that was as fun for you as it was for me. I'll see you next time.